It's the Cable
Looking at this Maelstrom Wanderer pack 1 pick 1. I think Emperor Bones is great. Just like a lot a lot of damage. And reanimating things is probably sick. I can see grabbing Liliana here. I haven't gotten to play with Liliana in a while. I kind of missed that card. Kind of in the mood to kill some stuff. I do want a double vision. Maybe I'll abandon the Liliana and double vision. Does this cube have a draftable Super Friends deck? It does. Yeah, Super Friends in this cube would just look like like a typical mid-range shell. I don't think it's like the best form of the ramp deck, but certainly playable. The cool thing about Super Friends in this cube is that there's a couple of things that double the number of counters on Planeswalkers. So you can play them in an ultimate immediately, which is pretty sweet. Like Vorin Clicks is in here, right? That one's a really good Planeswalker deck card. And then there's the 5-mana one too, whatever it's called. That enchantment, then doubling season, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna grab this Fight with Fire, but I'm gonna read this thing. Create tokens that are copies of another creature, x the number of instant sorcery spells you cast this turn. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm gonna take the Fight with Fire. Fight with Fire plus double vision, it's just a win, right? Although Rite of Replication, oh, it only copies creatures. Okay, yeah. Yeah, if one of my mods can pay out the prediction, that'd be sweet. I don't remember how. Little Tarn action. What in Tarnation? Hopefully the explosion comes back to me, huh? Almost certainly gonna be blue-red. And the Spells Matter deck. Did we 2-1? We did indeed 2-1. Yeah, Mythos of Illuna is very good in this. It can ramp us, it can copy double vision, and copy their best thing. Thought about the Felidar Stone there, whatever it's called. Scholar's good, right? You cast target instant sorcery artifact from your graveyard. Seems good with what we're doing. Don't hate Bankbuster, don't hate Strand or Channeler. I think I would take Bankbuster over these other cards. Just draw some cards. Solid. I really want to take Emrakul. I should probably take this Chandra, Another spell doubler. Yeah, that was Moto. Untouched Marlin. Mighty tempted by this one. Have we been successfully living the dream today? We have, yeah. I think so. I really like Violent Eruption, splitting up the damage. Can like clear some really aggro. I'm gonna take it over Explosion. Explosion's sweet. I originally wanted Explosion to wheel, but I was just like thinking about the types of decks that we're gonna lose to. I think they're gonna like be involving. I think they're gonna be like running me the fuck over, right? I don't think they're gonna be the super dirtly decks. Also, like if you flash this back at random from the graveyard, it does something, whereas the Expel does not. Ooga Chaka, thanks to the sub, thanks to 81 months. We have indeed lived some dreams on the evening. My cleanest deck today, I think, was a Naya Beats deck that had a lot of cool ways of cheating things into play. Elish Norns and what. Some nice fetches here. I guess I'll grab one, huh? Gilded Lotus is tempting. Donate Defiance or Shark Typhoon. We have 2 fetches already. Brainstorm might be solid. Thinking about a Signet. Speed us up a little bit. Brainstorm could set up Calibrated Blast. That appeals to me. What the most expensive card is in the cube, 13's the highest I can think of. A little Spire action or a little Signet action. I'm going to take the Signet over the Spire. Give us something to do before turn 3, A couple vintage cubes ago where people thought blue was bad. It was pretty recently that there was one that I didn't think was great. Basically, blue was like being too hard fought over. I still think blue is like not as good as it has been historically in vintage cube. A lot of the best cards in the cube are the cards like Shieldred and Minsc and Boo and stuff. That's my Signet. There's a Snapcaster Mage here. I'm gonna grab the Signet though. You like Gruul Signet for the Mythos? Yeah, sure. Yeah, the big benefit of Mythos is being able to copy anything, right? A land or a double vision or what have you. But yeah, sometimes that does come up, the fight thing. I kind of dig this Relic of Sauron. I think I like that card. X damage to any target. Just a straight up fireball. Oh, the flashback on Light of the Night works really well with Chandra, right? Flashback, 3 in red, remove X loyalty counters from planeswalkers you control. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, C-Double's great. I would like some counters in here. Party Thrasher is also great, and I could see the mana discount coming up, right? It's a solid early game blocker. We do have a lot of 4s already, right? Something to think about. Hard to say no to this Volk when I'm sitting here on 2 fetches. Yeah, some early game interaction would be nice. Like in a Braid or a Lightning Bolt or something. Things like that. A couple more draw spells would be good. Definitely not playing this Channeler. A Sweeper or 2 would convince me to cut this Palladium Mirror very quickly. Yeah, ultimate price. I have. One time, that one place, you know, where the wind rises, that happened to me. Spire did wheel. Boy, the Heron was trash. I wouldn't say that. I mean, there's some gorgeous animation in that film, and it certainly resonated with some people, but it did not resonate with me. I was not high on it either. I was like, I don't care about any of this. It's so pretty, and I don't care at all. Very different from how I usually feel about a Miyazaki film. Miyu's like almost too personal. Him working through some late stage of life stuff. Maybe I'll feel differently about it some decades down the road. I usually do like this cube a lot. Unsuspected Pineapple, yeah. Do I want another Mana Rock? Sort of. Access denied. Cruel Ultimatum's a great card to copy. Making triple black is currently a little tricky, but we have Gilded Lotus, Relic of Sauron. It's not impossible, I should probably be drafting this Access Denied. Ooh, a little Time Walk action. Very good here. I wish I'd taken that Faithless Looting earlier. There's another way to bin Cruel. Right now we just have Party Thrasher. Oh, Pyromancer too. A couple different ways to bin. Binning it could be good for like the Wildfire Devils, right? Or Scholar. Have I had the chance to draft the paper copy of this cube in town? I have not, no. Or that's not true. I have. Before CubeCon last year. Oh, we're gonna Pyromancer's Goggles. That is the Cruel Ultimatum special right there. Love Temporal Mastery, love Call Forth, both really good cards. But this is a googly deck if I've ever seen one. That's true, Relic of Sauron could have been the Cruel. Good chance if you got Activate Relic, you can just cast it. Might cut this Calibrated Blast. Ooh, Epiphany's sick. I think I dig Dismiss here. We're going Realm. I feel like I have enough spell copiers. Mastery, Jace. Let's take the Mastery. Wait, what do you do? Token is a copy of another target creature or artifact. Okay. Yeah, I really wish I had that Faithless Looting now, Does Kefnet bin? No. The thing I like about Calibrated Blast is that it does have flashback. So you can bin it to Party Thrasher or Pyromancer or something, and then get it back for late game value. Oh, another way to bin. Another way to bin right here. And auto-generate can just get you to triple black by itself. It is very slow at that, right? And you do need some time. I think I'm going to draft Access Denied over it. I like auto-generated a lot, but again, it does need a little bit of something. I love that Nicol Bolas, but I'm going to take Call Forth the Tempest over it. The Commander of Cubes. Yeah, that's a way to think about it. Oh shit, what up? Hasty Stone Debate thinks the 90 months, the big 9-0. Yeah, maybe I don't actually have room for this Access Denied. As good as it is. Maybe that means I'm cutting Dismiss too. Or Snapcaster Mage. Just cut all these, like, good blue cards. 25 cards here. I do like maximizing for the goggles. Why I'm a little bit why I'm more likely to cut a blue card in this spot. Could cut Brainstorm. Brainstorm's a little awkward to flashback with Devils. Pretty sweet with our 2 fetches, though. The Fireball seems medium. Yeah, until you're copying it. Until you're triple copying it for the win. You want to have a couple of those cards. You want to have a couple of win cons. Fireball's pretty good for that. How many times we move Madness, Violent Eruption? I don't know. But good, right? We could do it with Party Thrasher or Looter. That's not why we're playing with the Violent Eruption, right? We're playing it so we don't die into like early aggression, and it's good with goggles. Did too many people complain about the old borders? Maybe. I might have been one of those people. I'm very glad that that the cube is legible, that you can like read a pack and understand what the cards do. At the end of the day, I think that ends up with more people enjoying the cube. If the entire cube is alternate boarded, it becomes very hard. Even when you know what all the cards do, it becomes very hard to read a pack. The cube has a lot of words, exactly. Yeah, I guess I'm cutting Brainstorm. I don't like it, but I gotta cut something. Do I feel that way about physical cubes? Well, physical cubes, once someone's like drafting it, there's not a timer in a physical situation, and you're usually like hanging out with some friends, shooting the shit. It certainly takes more work to digest a cube with a lot of alt-bordered stuff. And some drafters might not appreciate that, but it's not going to like literally harm the cube's bottom line, right? Like if people decide not to draft this cube because it's too hard to read the cards, because it's an online client, because you're like playing against random opponents, you just don't have people to play against. So in that way, I care a lot more, right? Like I want to have people to play against. Whereas in paper, it doesn't matter because if you've organized the draft, it's already there. And yeah, the lack of timer matters. Should we play any black sources? The Relic of Sauron and the Chandra both produce 2 black sources. I think I'm going to play 1 swamp in here. This is 13 red. 10 blue. Pretty good. Hey, Metashaker thinks that 33 months and the Lotus. Well, I'm counting cards that would matter to play a swamp. I'm not counting the Lotus that gives me triple black by itself. I'm literally figuring out my mana base, right? Do you see how like Swamp plus Relic of Sauron matters, but Swamp plus Lotus doesn't? Yeah, you're fine, G-Mag. Alright, Strix Familiar. If that is your real name. Love the cohesiveness between their name and their avatar, huh? Caleb, you're not streaming Cube, you're in a coma. Please listen to us. Caleb, wake up, we miss you. Very funny. Very funny, Twitch chat. Time to relax. Feels so rested. So I just do nothing here. I could run out the devils. I want that comes to play trigger though. Opponent's gonna be like, what is this file interruption? What's going on? Oh right, the devils chooses at random. It might not choose me. Helior did, Omri. I was gonna play the devils anyway. Any reason not to do that on my turn? No, no reason. I may have forgotten it was an instant. Wildfire Devils, randoms the opponent, does nothing. Makes the violent eruption look a little silly. Terrified of this Elishnarn, right? If they're the Muldrifter deck. Card seems like it's gonna pop the fuck off. Chandra can't fireball it, right? I guess it could with Violent Eruption. If I ran into the correct creature, or the correct player. That's exiling all my things. Rude. Until the end of your next turn, you may cast an instant or sorcery spell from among the exiled cards. Interesting. Oh yeah, Heliorm. Yeah, I played it earlier with the idea that it would just like randomly shut down some of my opponents, and then it never did that. It's just just always kind of useless. My opponent was like Doomblade kill you. I was like, I swear this Elishnorn's gonna be good. It just never did anything. Opponent's got some thinking to do. All your Doomblades were Chupacabras? Yeah, that's a rough spot. Your own static nets or whatever. Am I winning? I don't know. I don't know who's winning here. I want to do this one first, right? And then I'll get the cast trigger. And it'll copy and it'll bounce the Elishnorn. I'd like to... It says Caleb D is the current target. I don't want to target Caleb D. I want to target this Elishnorn. Can I target this Elishnorn, please? Am I... I did choose that. Yeah, but you see the arrow? When I hover this Sublime Epiphany, you see how there's an arrow on this fucking static net? It's currently bouncing static net twice. Is how it looks to me. Like, this one should switch an arrow over to Elishnorn. Well, the redirection has not happened yet. Okay. Cool. Thank you. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this fuck? Ooh, hello. This is a little underpowered, but I'm thinking about... Oh, let's do Sublime here. Oh, I get to copy both. That's interesting. That's fucking interesting. Just bounce a Power Stone token then, I guess. Not bad. If you copy Call Forth, do you cascade again? I don't know. I just having the foggiest. I can see the importance of having a fireball here to actually like end things. Wrap it up. I kind of want to bring in a clone for their Elishnorn. Just make their deck like not do anything. Because it all comes into play abilities. I guess Mythos could do that. I'm just going to submit. Yeah, the Spells Matter deck just operates on a different angle. I do think Dismiss and Access Denied would be good here. I guess I could cut Violent Eruption for Dismiss. And the doubles, cut the Wildfire doubles and the Violent Eruption, bring the 2 counters in. What's so value-based, It's probably good. Makes the goggles a little worse. The thing is, like, if they don't have Elishnor to clone, you can also just, like, copy their Muldrifter or whatever and just draw a bunch of cards. A lot of my opponents today have really figured out that disenchant effects are quite good in this cube. Grade A bummer, in my opinion. Only I'm supposed to know that those are good. I remember when this card was new and I managed to loop 3 of them in a match. It took Arena so long to draw that match. I started multi-queuing with a Moto match at the same time. Scholar became a lot worse now, huh? Access denied. Dismiss the hostage taker. Draw a card. Yeah, so Scholar getting back Mythos doesn't work because of the Elishnorin. Might just loot here with the Relic. I'm gonna run this out, even though it does nothing. Right, yeah, they exile my hostage taker, they won't get it back, which will give them 2 triggers. Be a bit much, eh? Sure does feel like I win, doesn't it? Pop, pop. Sure. This deck could have used a Surveil land, Card art. Moto's just loading up. It saves the art for last when it's firing up, which I appreciate. Because otherwise I wouldn't like be able to actually play Magic right now, right? Wouldn't be able to get into the match. Noble Hierarch, I see. Could just burn that, but I'm gonna get my own acceleration going instead. So I could just clear that 6, which I think I want to do. Usually one of the Knights +1 damage there. Just threatening to get a little too much value, I think. Yeah, get in there, Noble. I'm with you, Somonoka. Definitely on the stretching everyday camp at this stage of my life. This Chandra seems like one of my better draws, Maybe I'll just get to pop 2 critters next turn. I might crack this Mind Stone, actually. Might just draw a card. We'll see. We'll see what they do. Gross. Card's got Ward 2. So I just uptick the Chandra. They can't clear it because of Exalted. So I think I have to +2 mana. Which is pretty awkward. I had to remove that. The reminder text there. God, Vorinclex was like the worst hit. Oh man, I would have gotten to double turn with Chandra and Part the Water Veil. Fuck. Awaken only gets me 3 counters. I don't have enough mana anyway. So much more exciting if we get to untap with the Chandra there, So close. Oh, hello. I only get the 3/3 version. I thought I would get the printed copy of the card. Copying with like a clone effect or interesting. Well, that makes this much worse. I guess I should have copied this one. Or copied the fucking Nexus. At least my own Vorinclex stop this from being super nutty, but it's still like a regular Nissa here. 10, yeah, it's still just lethal. It's like Xaxes. Or no, the farmland's not a forest, right? Nice, it's not Xaxes. You play a lot of Kiki Jiki? Yeah, Kiki Jiki is why I thought that I was gonna get it. From copy Kiki and Jiking back fucking Colonnade back in the day. And finding out that I got a tapped on animated Colonnade. This does not seem good enough, does it? So the opponent can't ult now. I think I should have scryed first before deciding what to burn. Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to hit them here. Put them into 10. I think Fight with Fire... I've got enough mana to Fight with Fire, right? No, I'm 1 short. Alright, I'm just going to clear the Nissa. I want to draw a card with what? Oh shit. This thing does not have flying. Yeah, Collective Defiance says target player discards all the cards in their hand, then draws that many cards. There's no way for me to draw a card with it there. Can't they just block? Yeah. I don't know why I thought this had flying. Well, now I'm further away from Fight with Fire. Might have been nice to wave our hands around. Yeah, right? Boom, boom, boom. looking pretty not alive here. Kind of all came down to that Chandra turn, huh? Losing the Chandra. But I didn't get to pop off. I think I was going to have a real good time if that Chandra had lived. Alright, I'm going to bring the counters in again. Tweaking the mana base with my adjustment there. Oh, we can cut the Wildfire Devils, maybe. They're a little bit worse with the counters in here. Yeah, let's cut Devils and play Brainstorm. Love that for me. Live in the Dream Cube is big splashy effects. Yeah, Vintage Cube is the Cadillac of Magic. Live in the Dream Cube is the monster truck. Very little hyper-efficient interaction. Games can be swingy, but in a very different way than Vintage Cube games are swinging. These ones you can be like, you can have this huge dominating board, and then your opponent like plays a quad cascade spell or mind controls you or something, does something like equally busted and flips it back, and then you flip it back, you know. As opposed to someone going like Black Lotus, Mind Twist, game over, GG. Can you make a load of the ground deck in this format? You can. I've drafted 2 aggro decks on the day. One of them was a bit more large aggro. Both of them had a cheating fatties into play component to them, but both of them did have like an aggressive curve and were designed to apply fast pressure. And one of them was my trophy on the day. They do have Villainous Wealth in this cube. Yeah, so we could loot away a Cruel Ultimatum if we found one, but how close are we to actually just casting it? This tap for black. We have triple black, double blue. We would need one more red source. If this Epiphany gets to clone Luteral Core, you think drafting aggro in this cube feels like swimming against the tide? Oh, I don't think that at all. The aggro decks are doing cute stuff too. Powerful things. Imagine if this card could bounce lands, huh? You have to look up every card played? Yeah. That's normal. You were right. That was a scoop. So that game was like fucked up, but I did have to do a little bit of work to get there, right? And I had to curve out well. I do like the Defiance kills both those cards pretty cleanly. Maybe I'll keep it in here on the draw. The gimmick with this version of the cube, it's not really I don't think gimmick is the right word. It's just a cube designed around big splashy effects. If it had a gimmick, then the name would be easier to explain to people. I think I'm Mind Stoning on 2. Pretty close to that one. Yeah, Pyromancer's Goggles is a perfect Living the Dream cute card, for sure. For sure. It'd be cool to copy a Cruel Ultimatum this this run, but we'll see. See if that ends up happening. Oh, fun, Jailer. Have a good flight. Ah, Exalted, right? I was all excited to get to block this turn. Goggles is a legend, so it's not a particularly good card to Mythos. Yeah, I think just Goggles again anyway. Probably crack the Mind Stone. If the Party Thrasher finds Fight with Fire, I could just win next turn. It's not like a likely thing, but I guess it doesn't work if I crack the Mind Stone. Maybe I won't then. Give myself one more out. Shit. Goggles no longer lethal. Goggles Fight with Fire, that is. I guess it'd still be a good one to hit. Hello. So I'm not going to get more Cascades, but I am, whatever the damage is from Call, I am going to get to double it by getting another copy. Sure. My poor Mythos. He'll still be in the graveyard to copy with Sphinx later. Those are some good cards. So their creatures are going to take 10 damage. Seems good. See what I mean about it, like being swingy effects? Pretty splashy. The opponent does have the Great Hinge down. A bit of Commander, yeah. If there's any cube that ever like mimicked how Commander feels, this one's pretty good. I think it's like the best parts of Commander though. I've played actual Commander cubes. They kind of felt like they captured a bit too much of the parts of Commander that I find miserable. Fun to draft around an actual Commander, of course. But once you start playing multiplayer and diplomacy and stuff gets in, I start to lose interest. The Chandra is pretty good. Yeah, we can Lotus into it. I think I'd rather have their Great Hall than another copy of Gilded Lotus. Chandra into it. Do I get a Cascade trigger from my graveyard? No, you're copying it. You're not casting it. I guess it would still kill Malcolm. Chest is fucking erupting. Did Caleb say something stupid? Oh, maybe. I have 6 mana, but Scholar costs 7! This is horse shit! Bull feathers. Okay, no, that's fine. So next turn we're probably just going to triple Fireball for the win here. The goggles are legendary, yeah, otherwise they'd be a tempting copy. The goggles are not bad. Certainly a powerful effect here, I like that they can invoke on Party Thrasher, ended up doing something kind of satisfying. How much damage am I thinking? I don't know. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 mana. Could draw a land. Scholar and Sublime Epiphany do go very hard together. Oh, they're done. they were done. They were done playing. Fair enough. This is better than it looks, right? The Foothills can get a bulk. I think the old standard Goggles deck used a few different spells to win, just like random burn spells. One of the cool things about grilling, especially for a big group of people, is you have all the leftovers in the fridge for easy meals later. I'm gonna have some heated up brats tonight. This time I grilled some onions too. I have these giant fucking onions, and I sliced one up and threw it on the grill. It turned out pretty well. My actual favorite thing about it is I stored the brats in the same container as the grilled onions, and there's some random veggies in there, and now they all just taste strongly of onions. Now that they are now onion brats, whether you put onions on them or not. Which is a good thing if you enjoy the onions, as I do. How's the dream going? The dream's going well. This is the finals, right? Yeah, not bad, not bad. We had a trophy earlier. We had another 2-1 earlier. Couple scrubs. Or was it just one scrub? I don't know. The first draft went 1 and 2. That one I remember pretty clearly. I think we had 2 2-1s, a trophy, and a 1-2 with the other drafts on the day. Do I want to Mythos any of this? I think it's all kind of piddly, but I don't mind copying the 2-3, just having a 2-3. Yeah, I think that's right, Mana Works. And now we're either going to get a third 2-1 or a second 3-0 today. This is not the trophy, the cube that I had a crazy win streak on. That was the Caleb Gannon cube. That was a powered cube and a very low-powered cube. It had a lot of combos, but it was 3 and 4 card synergy things. This cube's got a couple of simple point-and-click combos. Usually you have to do a little bit more work than that, but it does have some of that too. This Mythos is getting worse. Oh, that's a Gruul Signet. Okay, we can copy the Welcoming Vampire and either kill the Luminarch or the Ballista then. I dig that. I was like, between 2 Signets, I should just be able to get it, right? Yeah. One of those should be able to produce green. I don't actually know which is scarier here. But I'm going to say the Luminarch. Would Part the Watervale be a weirdly mythic today? I mean, mythic's not just about power level, right? It's also about the coolness of the effect. I think Part of the Watervale would be a worthy mythic today on those grounds. But it would certainly not be the most busted mythic in Standard, right? Hey, Luis Navidad, thanks for 46 months. Luis says, I'm living the dream of using my Prime to sub to Caleb. Thanks for the content, yo. You're very welcome, Luis Navidad. Oh, sweet. They just want to cash in for it? Yeah, I'm down with that. I was thinking I was going to, like, block Welcoming Vampire and just, like, eat a single counter off that Ballista. Also think for draft rarity. Yeah. Yeah, Mythic's almost, like, vibes-based. And extra turn effects are pretty good. And it certainly saw some standard play, right? Part of the Water Bill. Oh, come on, Dak. Give me some cards. Give me something. I need something. Chandra would be good. We could kill both their things. Light up the night. I guess that works. We're just gonna kill that. Yeah, 3 should be good. We have enough mana for that Cascader, right? Cascade Sweeper. That card's got Flash Friend. Oh, they would just want to draw a card. That makes sense. If they had a different 2-drop, they could have triggered on their turn and then triggered on my turn, thanks to the Flash. Immediate Flashback? Well, immediate Flashback doesn't do anything, right? Oh, it does do something. Yeah, X can't be 0. Remove X loyalty counters from among planeswalkers you control. If you cast this spell this way, X can't be 0. So I couldn't have immediately flashback. You need to remove at least 1 planeswalker counter for the flashback to work. God damn it. Not going well. Yeah, and my Brain Eye compartmentalized it is only doing something with planeswalkers. And then you said that, I was like, oh shit, did I fuck up? Yeah, I think this might be sweeper or bust for me. Especially if they like slam Virtue, make a token with Sarah, so much damage. The counters are gonna stay out this match. Someone earlier was saying like they didn't see the point of going mono color in this format, but mono red, mono white, totally reasonable. Yeah, it's a very swingy cube, Spell Skittles. Just hopped in and it looks pretty ogre. We've had a few games flipped. There's a double Cascade Sweeper in the deck. Let's flip some games. I think it costs 8, so I think even if they blow up my other Gruul Signet, if I rip that card specifically, might be still in it. We'll see. I didn't draw it anyway. Hey, the Enviro. Yeah, this card costs 8. They blew up both my signets. I still had 8 mana, chat. Come on. The Enviro with the sub with the 50 months, the big 5-0. Flooding your basement. Oh no. My condolences for your basement. I'm trying to ask another removal spell. Meh, that card kind of sucks. Wildfire Devils has not been good for me. I kind of want to cut it anyway, even though it looks solid here. I'd like it better if the opponent was also playing spells, right? But they're not. They're just beating down. I might play Calibrated Blast here. It's a removal spell that I can flashback. Maybe Brainstorm is better. Yeah, I like the Brainstorm here. Oh, let's play Sea Shark. Sea Shark's perfect in this sort of matchup, right? Just a really good blocker. Spitting out other blockers. Maybe Kefnet 2. No acceleration here. But Looter and a Shark still seems like a solid start. And like Looter plus Mastery is potentially very groovy, right? If we can loot away like a Cruel Ultimatum or something. How do I feel about Olivia? Which Olivia? 6 mana Reanimator Olivia. Oh, sure. I mean, it's a powerful card. Makes sense in the cube. Well, maybe they just don't know that it has flash. Maybe they think they're playing around something. What do I want to discard here? Maybe the Lotus. Maybe a land, Mastery needs to have a target. I can't just play it for Chrome host triggers. The C chart tokens are a little awkward versus Philia. At least they can't blink that with the Philia, Could be worse. Oh, that's not a bad blink, though. That's not a bad blink at all. Alright, Looter Liqueur, you're gonna have to find me something groovy here. Yeah, there's a few random efficient cards, Spell Skittles, like Solitude and Lightning Bolt. There's a couple, and I think it's mostly to bump those colors up. This is like not as good. We like bounce a golem and draw a card. I think I gotta do it. I think I gotta do something, right? Ah, that would have been so much better. Oh, we can Madness it this next turn. We can go Gilded Lotus, hit with Looter Liqueur, Madness out the Violent Eruption. Use that to kill Philia or something. Oh, okay, well, I guess we're not Madnessing it. Now we're taking 7. Chandra can come down and like double kill next turn. I just worry about like their follow-up. Yeah, they're tapping a lot of mana, God damn it. God fucking damn it. No! Yeah, those earlier loots we had with Looter Liqueur, I think they needed to find the Violent Eruption a little sooner. Or like something actually juicy to flashback, right? Like Cruel Ultimatum or whatever. Or the Cascade Sweeper. I need to find one of those cards to have a shot this game. Yeah, Chandra can down-tick and kill 2 things here, but it's just not enough, right? I guess we kill the Scale Lord and the 4/4 Dragon, and then they've got 6 damage in play. Feels over. I think if we had a few more mana, we would still be drawing live, but I think at this point... Doing this right? Yeah, maybe they'll blink our Chandra. Why wouldn't they? Hey, thanks, Savage Sunday. A little bit more than 1 life. Because they're blinking the Blade Splicer. They're clearing the Chandra. Don't think that's going to save me, though, Yeah, we could have gotten the Gilded Lotus down. If the Ballista hadn't cleared both my looters, then we could have gone Gilded Lotus into the Violent Eruption, right? Take advantage of the Madness. And then I'd have enough mana to kick a fight with fire here and clear the board. Wouldn't that be special? GG's. Sweet. Nice first day of the Living the Dream Cube. Tomorrow, there's going to be qualifiers. There's going to be qualifiers for this sick-ass vintage event. So I'm probably going to be jamming some of that, Playing more Vintage Cube a little earlier than I thought. But that'll be hype, too. That'll be fun. Hopefully those fire off. GG's. Good night, everyone.